What's up, y'all? I am. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find my glasses. Jinkies. Jinkies. Where are my glasses? See my glasses, Malachi? I can't find my glasses. I can't find my glasses. I can't find my glasses. I wonder where they are. Hey, brother. What's up, man? What's up, man? Ooh, nuh-uh, no. Mm-mm. No, Malachi. What's up, man? Hope you're doing great. Let me go ahead and post this on the socials. I hope you're doing great. We're about to do some coding today. Arian trying to code. Arian trying to code. Hold on, let's see. Go to channel. Okay. Where are you from? India. Hello. Hope it's going. How's the weather in India? Well, whatever part of India you're from. Uh, let's see. So we have to stream. Let's see, at no, not at me, at everyone. At everyone, I'm streaming day 71, part 2. Let's put a capital D. It's probably going to be a longer one. Probably going to be a longer one. Then I'm going to post this on my LinkedIn. Oh, crap. Alright. I'm going to post this on my LinkedIn. Because I don't even know what LinkedIn is for anymore at this point. And then it loads to preview. And bam. We're done. Alright. Yo, Kristen, I saw you mention you getting a new browser. You should look into Zen browser. I'm thinking about is it, let me see. Is it Chromium based? Download for Mac. What's good, Apex Swag HD? Now listen, you might call me Unc, but that Apex Swag, whatever. Maybe it's supposed to be. Yeah, we're trying to stick with Chromium base. This is my first ever username. This is my first ever username. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was about to say that's a username that sounds like you made when you were 12, Apex. I'll cook you in Fortnite. Ugh. All right. Yeah, man. I haven't touched video games. What is this? Oh, I remember this dude right here. I haven't I haven't touched video games in a minute. Simply because I started streaming more, which my goal was to eventually quit gaming, and I did it. But I probably will be playing a game tomorrow because this game that I played recently got a new. Actually, I probably won't play it because nothing really. I'm just gonna leave that alone. All right. So, have you arc? Do I have arc raiders? Uh, hold on. Did I take everything? Yeah. No. Do I? No. 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 I don't have arc raiders. What's up, Fast Wings? What's up, Nunya? I've seen arc raiders. One of my friends tried to buy it for me. I was like, gaming is only bad if you spend most of your conscious hours on it. Yeah, that's true. But most people spend a lot of their conscious hours on it. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you something before I get started. So if I go to my library, can I sort by, can we sort, are there sort options? Sort by, and then I wish I could also sort by. So let's look at a game that I played a lot. Okay. So this game, 30 hours. This game, 49 hours. This game, 64 hours. This game, 56 hours. 114 hours. $52 hours. No. Didn't believe had Overwatch. Well, I have a lot more. This is just the Steam version. Don't Starve Together, 47 hours. Cyberpunk, 149 hours. 59 hours. What's another game that I played a lot? I'm trying to find a game that I played a lot. Like, here's another game. No Rest for the Wicked. 310 hours. The point that I'm trying to make The point that I'm trying to make is like all of that time I spent playing those games, 310 hours, 140, all those hours I spent playing those games could have been used somewhere else instead of like in video games. And sometimes I think about that. It when I was in my 20s, I didn't think about that. I'm 34 now. I've got like 5,000 on GTA, 3,000 on Fortnite. Yeah, I just think about like where those hours could have went to improve my life. Like they could have been used better. Like they were fun, but one of my friends recently asked me like he was like, I know you're tired when you stream all the time because I've kind of cut down. I'm 24. I can't find no job after graduation. This is crazy. One of my friends that um he's the same age as you. This guy, he was at day 101 and he got a job right, I think a week before graduation or a week after graduation. Okay? So, I'm just letting you know he's the one who inspired me to do this. He inspired me to do this. He changed his name from to Steven Learns. What's up, Jacob? You struggle with consistency. Uh, okay, so here's the thing. The reason why, what are we talking about right now? I forgot. So here's the thing. Um, he, I inspire you. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, he is your age. Whoever said that they were 23 just graduated or 24 just graduated and they couldn't find a job, Steven is the same age. He literally just graduated in December and he got a job. Okay, and he put his YouTube on his resume. I think it's only hard if you, from what I understand, I think it's only difficult to land a job when you don't have, without a degree. I hope your portfolio projects are really good. You know what I mean? There's people in there. I'm sure I've coded more in the last 3 or 4 months than some people who have been in their CS degree for 3 or 4 years. Do you think it's gonna be way harder to land a job without a degree, or maybe just a little harder? My projects are all my school projects. Yeah, I just turned 18 a month ago. Yeah, so if y'all looking for inspiration, here's one. Yeah, I want to create a project that gets actual users. What's up, Roger and the Keys? Somebody mentioned consistency, which is something that me and my friends, especially at this age, we talk about a lot. And I think the fact that y'all are younger and y'all talking about consistency is extremely important. Um, we're gonna get to the coding in a second. We're just gonna talk about a few things before we get started, if that's okay with y'all. Um, on the subject of consistency, you really have to sit with yourself and determine: are you doing the thing you want to do, or are you doing the thing that you are you interested in what you're doing? Are you interested in coding? Or are you doing it just because, why are you doing it? I'm 17, so I don't have crazy experience. But as far as I'm aware, jobs care about A, experience, and B, time. If you have a lot of time and a lot of experience, it's likely they'll hire you. Um, I think it's also personality too. I would say I'm doing it because out of all the other things, this is better, like finance, business, medicine, etc. I would say I prefer coding. That's fair. Do your thing. How do you get experience without having a job or internship, or do you mean experience as in personal projects? Personal project. I've never landed a crazy job. Okay, so let's talk about consistency while I do this. By the way, if you're joining for the first time, make sure you subscribe. And also, I'm working on a recipe finder website, which is a front end. I didn't like this flavor, but it grew on me. This is what I'm drinking. All right. You might spend more time coding, but it doesn't match the depth or complexity of this in a CS degree. Yeah, but also let's add the fact that I'm not using ChatGPT. You can scour around the internet and you can find many a person who has not done what they need to do in their CS degree. Oh, I'm taking the CS50 at the moment. I will start tomorrow. I usually take a. Okay, so let's talk about heat cap. CS degree is more theory. I would have rather coded more. Yeah, that's a software engineering degree compared to a computer science degree. So here's the thing. That food is making me hungry. Wherever it is, it's right here. There. All right. So on the subject of consistency, the only way y'all can, let me tell you something. I have horrible reading comprehension. I can read really fast, but I won't understand it, right? And so what I've learned, and this is just me, I don't know if it's you, but it ties into the consistency thing. If I just keep reading, eventually something clicks in my mind, and I'm like, okay, I get this story. I think that's the same way with starting a habit or becoming disciplined. You have to like start and you have to try every single day. And I always go back to my GitHub graph. Like it started out really crazy. I wasn't consistent and then it got more consistent. There was even a huge dip where I got extremely depressed. And but eventually I made a decision and then I started and I became even more consistent than when I the first half of when I started. So, it's gonna be messy and that's okay. But just try to do a little bit every day. That's another thing. People don't do a little bit every day. Like start with 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Just start with 30 minutes of doing something or even less. Start with 10 minutes and eventually it'll get better. And as we all know, there are people who are way more experienced than I am, who are way more skilled than I am, who want to do YouTube, who want to post on YouTube, but they are not posting on YouTube. There's something to be that's a conversation. The fact that they want to and they're more experienced than I am and more capable than I am, have more money than I am, and are in better situations than I am, right? Have more free time than I am, that are more in shape and more healthier than I am, but they decided not to do it. That there's a decision that they haven't made. It's a decision that you make with yourself. I got my pinky out as I'm all fancy and shit. There's just a decision. You have to make a decision with yourself. You could sit down and play Fortnite, but I don't like the way I feel after. I don't like the way that I feel after I play video games. Right? Like I feel tired. I feel like I've wasted the day. I would rather be tired from doing this than playing the game because when I play the game, it's not only an exhaustion, but it's an existential exhaustion. It's like, oh my god, like I'm 34 and I'm playing these video games. Like, playing video games in your 20s and your teens hits different. Well, playing video games in your 30s hits different than playing video games in your 20s. It feels like you're really wasting time, and we're getting to a point where video games. I'm not gonna say they're not as fun, but they don't have that same spark that they had back in the day, and it doesn't feel like I'm playing something new or interesting anymore. They probably just choose not to prioritize YouTube. Yeah. Okay, here's another thing. Here's another big thing that I think a lot of people don't talk about, and I don't hear people. What's up, internet? I don't hear people. What's up, DeBarda and Nick the News and Sweaty Palms? What's up, Sweaty Palms? Let me tell y'all something else. Here's another thing, and I know we all do this. Y'all know that voice in your head that you don't listen to? Like, it'll tell you midway through while you're doing bullshit that you shouldn't be doing it, and you don't listen to it, and it keeps telling you not to do that thing, but you keep doing it anyway. Maybe I should get off the game, but you don't get off the game. That voice inside you, that voice that you don't listen to, that is an indicator that you lack trust in yourself. Because if you trusted yourself, you would listen to that voice. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. That voice that says, oh, maybe I shouldn't eat this, or maybe I should go outside and do this, or maybe I should be doing this. And you know, it's always like that. It's always a choice. The conscience, whatever y'all want to call it, whatever you want to call it, y'all are not listening to it. Okay, so you're not listening to that voice that's trying to guide. It's like this guiding voice inside you that's like, wouldn't it be like, you know what you need to be doing, but you just don't do it because you become so. Sup, Chris? Sometimes the voice is selfish and lazy though. My voice is never selfish and lazy. I don't know. I don't. And again, that goes into a whole different conversation. I have a friend, and we were in the military together, and we kind of grew up sheltered, similar childhoods, similar traumas. And he told me there was a point where when we were in the military together, where he realized that not everybody had the same spirit. He was under the idea that people wanted the same things, that people wanted to do good by people. They didn't want to lie. And then you discover that people are not like that. That people and then you discover that that type of thinking was very lazy because it doesn't put you in a position to where you're actually observing people. You're kind of projecting your idea of what you feel they are instead of actually understanding what they are. That's a whole nother subject. But I'll say that I think the most, when it comes to, because at first we were starting off with being consistent, then we started talking about listening to the voice that you have on the inside. Seeing my comment I sent to your videos. Are you talking to me, Michael? What was your comment? So it's like this inner voice that we really don't listen to. And if we just trusted ourselves and listened to it, I think we would go so much further. I'm gonna tell y'all this. There's gonna be levels to this stuff. There's a book called man, what's the name of this book? It's a book, something about the freak. There's a book out there that I read. It's by a therapist, and she specialized in trauma, and she was having, all of her clients were adults, and they were talking about how your it's called Your Body Keeps the Score. I'm gonna show y'all. Your Body Keeps the Score. All right, this book was given to me by my therapist years ago. This was pre-pandemic world, and she introduced me to this book. And it explores how trauma physically reshapes the brain and body, trapping survivors in a state of hyper-arousal and emotional dysregulation, and offers innovative treatments like neurofeedback, yoga, EMDR, stuff like that. So The Body Keeps the Score. It really talks about how the trauma that I mean, we can call it a self-help book, but it's I guess we put it in the genre of self-help, because it even says it right here, genre self-help. But I reckon, sometimes I feel like when we call a book a self-help book, it kind of like takes away from the potential value by casting it in the light of all, in the sea of self-help, whatever. And the reason I bring this book up is because when you experience trauma, there's certain things that are gonna like, if you went through really traumatic stuff during childhood or during your adult life, during your teenage years, whenever, and that stuff hasn't been dealt with, there's a whole bunch of other stuff it's like a video game. Like, once you work through this trauma, then other things begin to open up, right? And so sometimes some of y'all can't be consistent. Y'all can't find purpose. You can't stick to something because that trauma that you experience has not been dealt with, right? There's shit there that hasn't happened, that has happened, that is keeping you in this state of inconsistency and procrastination, right? And depression that has not been dealt with. And then that trauma that you have will put you in a different place. It will make you see reality differently. And so you're not even seeing you're seeing a whole different version. Like it's like I couldn't go into shopping centers. I couldn't go into Walmart without having a panic attack once I got to my car. I would be sweating bullets. God forbid somebody spoke to me while I was doing there. There are literally designated hours for people like me at Walmart. It's the earlier hours. They used to call it low sensory or something, where you can go there without many shoppers. Because my mind, because there were so many things that I hadn't gotten over, that when I went into Walmart, I felt like everyone was looking at me, everyone was talking about me, everybody hated me, all of these different things. And so I couldn't even operate. Also, random comment. I don't know what people will think when they come in here. Okay, 7 a.m. Walmart is chill as fuck, and I recommend it to everybody. Come in here when they see you make a website on the thumbnail and they hear you talking about. Also, random comment. I don't know what people will think when they come in here when they see you make a website on the thumbnail and they hear you talking about morals and mental health. Let me tell you something about that, Nick. I don't give a damn. Straight up. I don't give a damn. Life is bigger than me coding and clickety clacking, than me clickety clacking on the keyboard and making a website. So, because because it's dynamic. All of this ties into the living that we have to do. You know what I mean? So we can say, oh, well, this channel is just about coding, right? But then people come up in here and they start talking about, oh, well, I've been in my computer science program and, oh, I can't stay consistent, or, oh, I can't do this, or, oh, I can't do that, or, oh, I want to do this, or, oh, I want to do that. It's not just about making it my own, right? It's about the fact that coding is a part of, is a choice that I've made. It's a part of my life. And in order for me to stay consistent, there's other things in my life that I've had to take care of. So, and again, there's not a week. If you come into this live, you'll see that every single week, every single live, somebody comes in here and they talk about, well, I want to do this, or I'm trying to stay consistent, or I procrastinate, or I want to make a YouTube channel, or I'm a computer science student. It's something. So again, there's a lot of stuff that has to be taken care of, that people aren't taking care of in their spirit and in their mind, right? That would allow them to be consistent. They're not going to the therapy. They're not going to the doctor. They're not taking care of their physical health. They're not doing the things that they need to do, right? And so those are things that anchor you and stop you from being consistent. Also, some people, sometimes you don't even need to deal with your trauma like that. Sometimes, some of y'all, there's two other components to this. And some of y'all remember when I talked about when I was in boot camp, there was a training instructor called the Dragon, and we called him the Dragon because his vocal cords were so messed up. And he was different than other TIs because he had a blue rope. He was a blue rope TI, which means, you know, there's levels to TI in the Air Force. There's the regular TIs, and then there's the blue rope TIs. And I'll never forget what this man said. I was standing there scared as hell. He was like, trainee comfortable. All y'all want to do is be comfortable. It's too hot. It's too cold. It's too warm. It's too this. It's too that. All y'all want to do is be comfortable. Y'all entitled. You feel entitled. And that was so true. Everybody wants to be so goddamn comfortable. And so they never, like, just earlier today, I was in an Indian Discord server and they literally were talking shit about me. It was like probably like 20 people up in there and they were talking shit to me in Hindi. But I'm gonna keep my cool because I already know that I have a goal. Now, why did I just say that? Because I'm trying to understand why I just said that. Oh yeah, about not being comfortable, right? You have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. But there were two things. You being addicted to they said there's two things. You besides the not dealing with trauma. Here are the extra two things. You're addicted to comfort and convenience. And that ties into you having a low tolerance for struggle, and you haven't met that wall yet. Let's focus on the consistency part first. The consistency, and all of these things can tie in together. This is not black and white. This is not a cognitive distortion. All of these are mixing. I'm just talking about from my experience as somebody who has stumbled and failed and had issues and had mental health issues and have failed and got back up and this and that and the other. When it comes to the addiction to comfort, your bed is soft, the air is conditioned perfectly. You only want to do the things that you know you can be successful at because you don't want to, you fear rejection. And because what rejection does is it puts a mirror to who you actually are. Rejection is the reality of things. Rejection is the truth. And so when you're met with that truth, you don't like it. You don't like the idea of having to do something hard, and it exposes your insecurities and things like that. So that's a whole thing. You're addicted to comfort. You're addicted to your comfort zone. And as soon as you step out, you're like, no, I don't like this. But that's where all the big shit is happening. Don't forget I do have a big bed. So, okay. And let's talk about the wall. Okay. Everybody has a different wall. I don't know how to really talk about this. But some people call it the wall. Some people call it hitting rock bottom. Hitting rock bottom can be different for a lot of people. There's some people that will back themselves into a wall, or back themselves into a wall so much to where they force themselves to complete their goals, right? And when you back yourself into a wall, when you really hit rock bottom, and I've hit rock bottom a couple of times, when you really, really hit rock bottom, life is completely different at that point. Life looks different at that point. Some of y'all don't want to meet that wall. And then once we start talking about the wall, we start talking about the valley. The valley is where things are extremely confusing. Either way, it's a lot there. But it's all about soul searching. Some people don't ever want to take foot into the valley or ever want to hit those walls or reach rock bottom. And I think those are the places that people have to go through before they reach a certain level of success that they want. So that's just my idea. What do I know? I'm just some guy in Texas. How can I tell whether what happened to me is actually psychological trauma or if I'm just exaggerating my feelings? That is a sign that you have been through some shit, because you are saying that this thing that I went through, I don't know if it's completely valid. Right? You feel something negative, and you're questioning your own emotion, you're questioning your own experience. What you went through is valid because you went through that shit and it impacted you. You don't need somebody else to tell you whether or not it's valid or not. What you went through is important. The how can I tell whether what happened to me is actually psychological trauma? Let me tell you something. I know somebody who was SA'd, right? And I had to tell that person that them being SA'd was valid and that their feelings were valid, right? I shouldn't have to. I mean, I'm not going to say I shouldn't have to tell you that, but that shows you how deep it can go when your feelings have been invalidated and you don't even know. You won't know which way. That's manipulation. Somebody has been. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to talk about that. That was my intro for today. If y'all want to be I may have entered during a segue to sponsor or something. No, you didn't enter. No, we were just talking about something. Y'all gotta remember, before I started coding, I was getting my degree. I was getting my master's in I was gonna be a counselor. I was gonna counsel people for a living. So anyway, consistency, being consistent is a really deep subject. And really what all of this boils down to is what you do when you look in the mirror. Like, are you actually, I was going to say, I think you'd be good in psychology. I, that's funny. I thought about a similar field. Yeah. There's actually somebody that was in this channel the other day. I went to his YouTube channel. It literally said mental health counselor and software engineer, which I feel like could really, it shows that it goes hand in hand. But anyway, we can get to coding. But just remember, the one thing I want y'all to take away from this is the reason you can't be consistent is that you haven't been consistent in going to battle with yourself. That's why you can't be consistent. You haven't been consistent in going and meeting yourself at the hardest places. And one of those places is rejection. One of those places is suffering and struggle. One of those places is realizing that you might not be shit. Like earlier today, like let's tie this back into coding. Like earlier today, Take It Easy and Noob were in here, and we were trying to decide how we were going to. Oh no, I don't do this just for fun. I'm trying to get a check. I am trying to get paid. Okay, what? I am trying to get paid. I'm trying to make this a thing. I have decided that this is what I want to do. And some people will say, you can't do that. You should do it because you love to code. Fuck that. I love to code. Yeah, I do. But I also love stability and a roof over my head. I also live in the real world. I need toilet paper. I need something to wipe my ass with that's not a leaf. So anyway. So earlier today, we were having issues where like, for example, every time I get on stream, sometimes y'all see me get frustrated. Like last Saturday stream, I was extremely frustrated. But y'all, on that Sunday stream, I came back and I conquered. But I was really fucking frustrated on that Saturday stream last Saturday. Y'all can go watch it if you want to see what Kristen Coles looks like when he's really pissed. You'll see that because I could not figure out how to do something, but I had to go to sleep. I had to take a nap. I had to take a nap. So what I'm thinking, so earlier today, for example, this is what I mean by meeting yourself at the places where you have to do battle with yourself. I didn't know how to separate the logic for this script. And some of you may know, this is my first time in a project where I am doing 2 different JS files, one for a specific page, and I was like really confused, and everybody was like, oh, you can null check, you can do this, you can do that. I finally was like, you know what, why don't we just separate into different JS files? But I had to really, for an hour and 30 minutes, I just sat there while everybody in the chat was like I felt like they were going to fuck off. They were just going in on what should and shouldn't be done. And, you know, it's moments like those where I get frustrated, but I think those are the moments where I learn the most. And plus, right now, I'm doing a project that I really, really, really don't want to do because I'm tired of it. But we're going to do it anyway. So that was my long spiel. We have been talking for 40 minutes. I've been talking for 40 minutes. I'm still a procrastinator, but I think it's because I'm indifferent towards school, but not at the point of dropping out. I think that you are unsure about what you want to do with your time. Ooh. Oh, I gotta fix that. Procrastination is a learned habit. My coding much stops once I create my CSS file. After that, I'm cooked. Oh, you need to work on that. Have to build that evidence to start believing in yourself. I know. So the other day I was going through my GitHub. If y'all were watching the stream, I was going through my GitHub. And I was going through these repos, and I was going through all the projects that I had did, and I was like, okay, all right, I know a little something, a little something. I know a little bit. Um, so let's see. So what I'm working on right now is, I think all these links work, but the browse recipes doesn't. So the browse recipes just needs to have the same. Hold on, let me just. Um, I think I just wrapped that in an A tag. Oh, I need to get rid of those. Remove a tag visited CSS. I forgot how to do that. Oh, what? Okay, I didn't know I could set it to inherit. Okay, I like that. So let's do that. I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna put it at the bottom. Way at the bottom. So we're gonna say a visited a visited a active we're gonna say color inherit. Let's see. Okay, I like that. No, is that black? No, color. Okay, let's see. Maybe I could never be like you because I'm scared of outing my stuff out. I'm being honest. I could never ship a single file. I would ship a full stack application. That's why my GitHub is bone dry. Your GitHub is bone dry because my resume isn't though. So I guess that's something. But I never really cared of bringing my mid code out to the people. And I mean, bring your code out to the people. Everybody, let me tell you, I don't know why people get scared of showing the effed up stuff that they do. I want y'all all to really listen to me. Every single one of you this week, hopefully, if you're healthy, has to take a shit. Okay? Somebody has to wipe their ass. Somebody has to flush the toilet. Okay? Everyone takes a shit. It's okay. It's okay if you show your mid code. Okay? Because everyone that has ever existed has had to take a shit. And that is a humbling experience. So, you'll be okay. Why isn't this working? Why isn't my style CSS working? Give me, please don't, because I added some add-ons. I hope it's not doing. Yeah, something's not right, acting right. It's one of those add-ons that I added. Let me see. Can I look at, oh, these are the extensions that I just added. Maybe I need to disable, and then I'll disable this one. All right. It might be that. Because usually if I type color and then I go, yeah, it was one of those. Yeah, it was one of those. That is so weird. Conflicting plugins. I know it's fine. I've set out to build some open source community projects in a few years. That'll hopefully get me started. I hope having that accountability of keeping a project alive will help me. Yeah, but you know, it's more than just keeping a project alive. Good sir. That's why, you know what, now it makes sense. That's why they keep saying build something you're interested in. What are you interested in? What are you actually interested in? Uh, we're gonna set this to a darker. No, are they usually a darker or a lot? Oh, whatever. We're about to find out right now. Okay, and then let's go with button A, button A, visited, button A, active. We're gonna say oops, color. Oops. Why aren't you doing the thing? Why aren't you behaving? Why? Oh, this. Oh, no. All right. Here we go. Okay. I know it's fine. I've set out to build some open source community projects in a few years that'll hopefully get okay. I've built hundreds of projects. I'm interested in video games and I've made many of them. I've gotten to standards as to where publishers are willing to work with me. But I want to take that whole way. Okay, that sounds good. Sounds great to me. Sounds great to me. All right. So that did not work. Why did it lead here? Oh, recipes.j. Oh, okay. Oops. Oops. All right, there we go. So that works. So now what we need to do is number one, I think I put the utility class. There was a hide. Let me hide me. Yeah, hide me. We need to add that to because I think when it, let's do this at 50% and then let's enlarge this. This shows. So we need to hide me at we're on the about. We need to say drop down, hide me, and then I think if I click, and that's the other problem that was happening. The click wasn't working, or is it? So we need to go to recipes.js. No, it's not recipes. It's the regular. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to script.js. All right. Malachi is looking at my soul. All right. So now I need to CLG. Hello. Okay, so that's working. That would, you know, honestly, the whole problem that we had the other earlier today was because of this. Mainly, you should make it a SPA, just a suggestion. But the problem is single page applications is very hard to track scripts and styles in it. What's your friend's YouTube name on that one that got the job? His name is Steven. It used to be Steven Bills, but now it's Steven Learns. I wonder, is he making shorts now? No, I don't. He's busy with his job now, so he hasn't really been posting. So I also have another friend who posts. His name is Ben underscore codes, and Ben, he posts. He does things. Now Ben said he was gonna code. Are you gonna? I'm not gonna get on. Oh, he changed his thing. Let's code invite coding journey. Yep, that's Ben. All right. By the way, if y'all are new here, make sure you join the Discord. The Discord is really popping. There's a lot here. There's a chat. Damn, nobody plays it. I guess I'm gonna be playing it by myself if I do decide to play it. So yeah, y'all can join the Discord. And y'all should subscribe. Alright, now let's get back to work. So the click is working. So now what we want to do is when we click, we want it to grab the, well, first, why don't we grab the drop down? So we're gonna say const drop down. Let's just, yeah, const drop down equal document dot get element, no, query selector drop down, and we're going to say drop down dot class list dot toggle hide me. Okay, so that's working. So we got that to work. Bam. But I think what I want is, like, every time this gets hovered over, I need it to let me see. Let's change. I think we have A and button. All right. But now we have that problem where this is always showing, which it shouldn't be showing. So if I go here, browser, okay, so browse recipes isn't working. That's something else we're gonna have to fix. And then if I press this, but then if I go back out, okay, I know what I want to do. No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't want this to show. Okay, so why don't I just go to the media queries? Media query. Okay, so it already shows, let me think. Mm. Mm. How do I access the display? Is it how to access display property via JS? Oh, it's style. Stop. And I can set the display. Okay, so it's just text. Oh shit. Now we got another problem. Hmm. Hmm. I need to rethink how I'm approaching this because I'm approaching this wrong. Let me think. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, that's React. Ah, Lord, I need you to not show. I need you to not show if the screen width is greater. And so I go here, I press it, and when it moves, I want it to. Oh, it only wants. Oh! I see the problem. I'm silly. Voila! It is so. All right, next. Nav button. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, good sirs. Appreciate you all. There's recipes. Need to focus on it out. Let me close recipes before I mess something up. Horses in the stable. I love the way you ride, ride, ride. We got horses in the stable. I love the way you ride, baby. We got horses in the stable. I love the way you ride, 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 ride. Horses in the stable. I love the way you ride, baby. I love the way you ride. Horses in the stable. I love the way you ride, 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 baby. Horses in the stable. I love the way you ride, 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 baby. All right. I will fortunate hey Kristen, I'm also on the same study ground. What's up, Mahmood? What's up, Mahmood? I'm glad you're on the study grind, brother. We're all on a study grind. Make sure you join the Discord. Horses in the stable. Question, do you generally do mobile first or bigger screen first? I have solid projects, but I always struggle to get it to look good on smaller screens. Some people have said that if they start with mobile first, then it's easier. I don't really care at this point. Sometimes it's easier when you start with mobile first. Horses in the stable. I love the way you ride. All right. So now what we need to do is I'm going to enlarge this. I'm going to put this about over here. And then I'm going to open this. And I need this index over here. Close this extension panel. Open this. All right. So we got our drop down, which is right. Close the nav. All right. And then we need stable. We added that to index, but did we add it to got the nav button? Hold on, what? Oh yeah, it's right here. Button. Alright. Let's see what we got. And I think start exploring does the why is it doing that, man? Oh, it's doing that because of that. Oh, we're on index. It will, when we start exploring, should probably go to recipes. So start exploring, that right here. Start exploring. All right, that looks about right. Except for this right here. All right, let's see. So we got that working. Let's open up our Figma file. Question, do you, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? Ha. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Oh, I could eat some cup noodles. I don't want to eat no cup noodles though. All right, so the next thing we need to do is, let's see, we got all these and that and blah, 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 blah. So for some reason, they don't show how this is supposed to look. I don't think they even allow you. I think you just search on here. I don't think you use these. So I'm not even going to implement them because they didn't even say to implement them on the mobile version. So I'm just, oh, shit. This has to be changed for mobile. Well, yep, that's a problem. All right, let's go to style. I hope so. I hope I'm a cool developer and I make some money. That's weird. The drop down isn't letting me select it. I wonder why. I hope I don't have to do this. Ah, okay. So let's just go ahead and do this. Put this over here, X that out, open this. I really don't want to do this. We're gonna say drop down. The specificity of this thing ain't working right. It's the specificity of it all. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. We're running into specificity issues. I wonder. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. I see. I see we have a problem. It's okay. We will solve it like we solve every other problem. Brute force. For some reason that worked. All right. To the left, to the left. Ooh. It did rain today. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Man, please don't let that be a floating. Okay, good. It's not floating. It's just right there. All right, so we got that working. Looking sexy, but it's a bit too wide. Uh, all right. All right. That's fine. I hate that every time I do that, I gotta do this. But it's okay. All right, so that's working. Now we shall take a short break. Oh my god. Oh my god. The next thing we need to do is this is complete. So the only thing that's left is this recipe details. Front end mentor. It's from front end mentor. Yeah, you need a what you want to call it? Mm. Right, Malachi? Right, Malachi? What? What? No, you can create a Figma. You can. You don't need a Figma file to create a website. This is just a design. It's like a map. Oh, you got to practice. Front end mentor will help you practice. They should really give me an affiliate link. Yeah, you can use both. They supplement each other. You can use front end mentor as a supplement. All right, y'all. Let me get some food right quick. I see that he's growing. Who's growing? Glad I found Figma because I used to code first without visually seeing what I learned. Damn. Actually, I think I'm gonna. Yes, it is front end mentor. All right. So I think I'm gonna just create a whole new. I'm assuming these links need to lead to. I want it to be to where after they click this link, it's held and then populated right here, and then these are just random recipes. All right, that shouldn't be too hard. And then this project will be pretty much finished. It's been a long road. It's been a hard and arduous road doing this project, but I have learned a lot. I have cried. I've cried many a night. Man, why does it do this? Okay, there we go. Now, if when I put this on my GitHub pages and I send y'all the link, don't get mad at me. I'm gonna disable this because they never said that this needed to work. They never said to do this on that page. Per Figma file. All right. Now let me get my noodles. I got noodles. All right, hold on. Okay. Noodles. Not the best thing. I shouldn't be eating this, but I'm gonna eat it. Who is Chaos Theory RBX? Oh. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. The poor man's cuisine. The poor man's Michelin star fettuccine. Mm, 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 mm. What are y'all doing? What are y'all studying or working on another Odin project? What part of the Odin project are you working on? I'm starting a programming course soon. What programming course? Is it college or uni? What is it? College or uni? Is it uni or is it a course on Udemy or something? Online course. Tic-tac-toe game with factory functions. What's a factory function? Damn, another thing I gotta look up. AU, college mainly. AU. Is that the name of the college? AU? College mainly front end development? Oh, Australia. Australia. Hello. Is it college just 2 years there? Is it Learning about functions while working on a personal web project. It's either TAF or university. TAF is kind of like college a little bit. I've never heard of, is it TAFE or TAF? I've never heard of TAF. I've never heard of that. How does it differ from college? Learning about functions while working on a personal project. Um, uh, what are you learning about functions specifically? Like just functions in general? Like you're just now learning about functions? No, this is 8.0. Yeah, 8.0. Oh shit. As well as making a game engine as a learning project. I knew somebody that I went to school with that was making a game engine. More power to y'all. They got a dude on YouTube that's making a game engine in C++. Jesus. Hey man, barely new here in the web dev space as well. Been studying to become a full stack engineer for the past 2 months. I'm barely starting to see adaptive web design. When you say adaptive web design, do you mean responsive? Okay, that's cool. Okay, Ado. Oh, you're at the beginning of JavaScript. Ado. Oh, responsive? Just keep going. Just keep practicing responsive. I mean, eventually you're going to move to JavaScript. Get familiar with Flexbox and Grid and the box model. My best advice would try to be do a little bit every day. At least study for an hour a day. I'm about to start coding in a minute, y'all. I had to eat. I can't do this stream for a long time if I don't eat and take breaks. Yeah, Flexbox, I spent a month on CSS. It was really extremely difficult. It was very difficult. There's a game. You ever played the game Flexbox Froggy? I'll link it for people who are trying to learn Flexbox. There you go. Have fun with that. No problem. I don't know if you already knew about it. Um, I think a good thing is like once you learn the theory, go into AI and have AI make exercises for you. Like if you learn functions, ask AI to make you some. Say, hey AI, I just learned about functions in JavaScript. Give me some exercises to submit my knowledge, from easier ones to more difficult exercises. Chat AI is really good at that. I don't hear a lot of people talk about they let AI make exercises for them. Let it make exercises for you. All right, I'm finished with that. We're about to get back to coding. Hold on. Now I'm about to do something that people probably think is gross, but I'm about to drink a protein shake. Yeah, I've done it before. Just need a refresher. Yeah, that's the horrible thing about stuff. I strongly believe that the only thing that's stopping people from being proficient at web development or like in learning, because I don't know what it means to be a web developer, but I know what it means to be a learner. I think the only thing that's really hindering people from being efficient at learning is the fact that they pick it up and then they put it down. They study too much in a day. Like if you have to, I think. Nice man. And any ideas for first projects for your personal portfolio? Mine or yours? I don't know. You have to. I already talked about what I want to do for mine, and I've been writing stuff down and trying to get it together in my mind and before I start developing it. But you have to. They were right when they said you have to find something that interests you. That is very true. Because there's something that interests me. I'm interested in enterprise software. I like the idea of making tools for people to manage their business better. I don't know why that's my jam, but that's my jam. It's my jam. It would be so fun to make an inventory software like where they can scan with a barcode and then it goes. Mm, that's cool. Arrow functions are fun. Hold up, I think I saw this meme recently. Is somebody wrote a function like this? I think it was something. They did this, and this is actually a thing. They were like, "How could you? How is this something you can do in Java?" But it is. This right here. This is a thing. This is valid JavaScript code, and people are like, "What the hell?" You're right. It worked without the it worked without the thing too. So, but I guess people were like, "What the hell is that?" All right, let's get back to it. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do per the Figma file, we're gonna have to create a recipe details. So I'm gonna just go ahead and create recipe details, and the only thing that recipe details needs is recipe details. I'm gonna take the recipes. I'm gonna put this in recipe details. Um, I think we can just do. Can I get? Okay, let's close. Then let's open. Oh, oh, my bad. All right. So now what we need to do, Now what we need to do is, so this is our recipe details. So in recipe details, we don't need the recipe grid. Well, we can have the recipe. No. We don't need the recipe grid. We're going to do this in a different way. Let's see. Let me think. So we don't need this. We don't need that. That. Let me see. But does it have, yeah, it has the footer at the bottom. All right. So you got the footer. We have the template. We're going to leave the template there. We're going to leave the footer there. But I think everything in main, gotta go. All right, so we're left with that. Perfect. All right. So now, why don't we just put this at, and so what we need is 2 sections. This section will contain, let's see, this is 1440. Then what's the width of this? 1192. All right. So in recipe details, hold on, did I erase the header? No. Oh, oops. Oh, okay. So what we need is the recipe detail portion, which is 192 max width. So do I need to combine both of these, or they need to be different sections? So we're gonna say, all right, so it looks like we need, we need 2 divs. See you later. See you later. Oh man, how you handle about bad news about jobs and web development? Sometimes the news makes me lazy to study. How about you? I've already decided that this is what I want to do with my life. It's up to you. And plus, I'm pretty sure there was a general malaise during the 2008 2009 housing crisis. I don't know if you remember that, but if you can look it up in the United States, that was a horrible time for a lot of different people. People were literally leaving the planet, and people it was a bad time. But bad times don't last, and good times don't last. So bad times won't last. And one thing people would need to remember is we are part of a class of people. Most of us are descendants of the peasant class, regardless of who you are. There's very few people that are in the upper echelons of the societies that they're in. Literally, our ancestors have fought for us to have education for centuries. For centuries, our ancestors fought for us to have education or to be able to even read and write. So you should take advantage of this opportunity. There'll always be room for people who are knowledgeable. Let me see. I might have to put these in spans. So we got the ingredient list. We got the spooky total thing. That is text preset 6. I'll go ahead and I wonder if I do. That should. Okay. And I can grab this from another page. Let's see. I know I put these on another page. I think those are in the about. The about. Have to go back into the about. Oh, that should be. I don't know why I'm being lazy. Being lazy. That's a dope response. I'm a junior in college studying CS, and I'm like, there's no point in me panicking or feeling like, damn, I am too late taking this degree. Yeah. It's never too late. It's never too late. That might be why people watch me, because they're just like, oh my goodness, this dude is learning web development in the age of AI. Oh my god, doesn't he know he's cooked? Doesn't he know? How could he go against the grain like this? Oh my god. He's a crazy man. He's a crazy man. Let's see. Why we exist, and then info list one item paragraph. How did I insert? Did I put a before there? What is this? The image. Oh, the image is right there. This is gonna be a template. I already know it. So let me just go back. Crazy black man in Texas learns web development in the age of AI. That should be the name of my streams. Crazy millennial learns AI in Texas. The AI bubble. AI bubble. Ingredients. Y'all saw the news with Salesforce? Go look up what Salesforce said recently about that. It'll make you a little bit happier, make you feel joyous. Keep going, but want to do it. There will be higher future demand once all the vibe coded stuff burns down the city. There's not a day that passes by where, like, there's not a week that passes by where I don't see that stream that's going on YouTube where this guy's like vibe coding until he makes $1 million. Yeah, he's hoping for the best. Bless his heart. He'll probably make it. Who knows? I don't know. You said you lasted about 60 seconds. He seems very excited. But you see, the thing is, like, I couldn't imagine like having to constantly fight with the AI and enter different prompts and get it to fix. Nah. That I feel like that's more of a headache than what I'm doing right now. So hold on. I'm creating. This is actually going to be a template. So I'm just creating a template, and we need these. Let me look at the Figma file. Yeah. So we need this. Yeah. So each one needs. Let's just say if I put this. How did I arrange it over here? Oh, this is not right. Oh, because it's okay. So I need like multiple. Let's see if we just have one LI and that LI has an image in it, and then as well as having an image, it has a P tag in it, which is the okay. Yeah, that'll be a good way to do that. Yeah. Y'all wondering what I'm doing? Trying to. Why is this way over here? It's always something. How did I do that? How did I manage to mess up? Hold on. Yeah, how did I manage to mess this up? Instructions. Where's instructions? Man, I swear the dev tools, I'm fighting with the dev tools every damn fight. Y'all don't even know. Like, this actually makes no sense. How's instructions outside of the div recipe info container? Because it is. It is outside of it. That answers that question. But why is this right here? Why isn't this at the bottom? Where's the footer? Okay. Recipe details info. Container. Okay. Alright. I don't know what I did, what I messed up, but it's fixed now. Yeah, I'm not too mad when I see bytecoders though. I'm just like, man, do your thing. If that's what you wanna do, I think if that's what you wanna, that's how you wanna do it. That's how you wanna do it. How did this? How did this? Oh yeah. With 100%. No, this was the recipe title. And we lowered the font size to 20, right? Is this still targeting stuff? Yeah, it's still targeting. Why is this size so much bigger? Hold on, I think they both take up 50%. So let's switch that. All right, there we go. I was messing stuff up, man. I am foreign to web dev, so I'm genuinely curious. Do you draw or... I made an SQL injection joke earlier today, and the other person said I don't use SQL. Upon further query, he uses Postgres. This is what's going to burn all of it. Shared hosting? Fuck no. Year of CVE 10. Do you draw or write out your planned layouts before you start coding, or do you freestyle as you go until it's visually what you like? I have a Figma file. I hope this answers your question. I'm doing a front end mentor project. It gives you a Figma file, and I just try to follow the Figma file. You know what I mean? Does that answer your question? I hope. Um, I am foreign to web dev, so okay. I think back in the day they used to do Photoshop files. All right. I just find pen and paper helpful for quick jots that can be in front of you regardless of screen. Ah, okay, yes. Will to get fit. Will to get fit. What's up, Will to get fit? Says you're currently going back to get your bachelor's degree in computer science. And you joined, okay. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well too. Make sure y'all come to the Discord and make sure y'all subscribe if you want to. That's your thing. There's a lot of fun people in the Discord. That's where we have all our chats. Somebody. I want to start, chose to go back to college in my late 30s. Peeped I need to gain more skills. It's okay, I'm 34. I am 34 years old. There is no shame. Um, I want to start some sort of side hustle with the skills I am acquiring through my hobbies, 3D modeling, 3D printing, cosplay, mid journey. What am I currently building? I am currently building a recipe finder. It's this. I've been working on it for like 2 weeks, so I think the people in here are just chilling while I do it because they know I'm not gonna quit until I finish this. Um, Seems difficult because you have to, yeah. So this is what I'm working on. So on my other screen, I'm doing this. I'm creating a template. There's a HTML tag called template element. So I'm creating a template for this on my other screen. Yeah, we're coding buddies. Coding together. Um, Seems difficult because you have to find a way to market yourself so people don't ignore you. Well, the most beautiful thing is that, I think a lot more people that are creative need to start pinging the algorithm. Like, I look at it as every video I make, I'm like, algorithm, wake up, bitch. Wake up, you know? And so I think creatives need to start, knocking on the algorithm's door and saying, what's up? I'm here. Hello. The problem is that there's a lot of people who don't knock on, this is a good time zone. A lot of people don't knock on the algorithm. They just post randomly. They aren't consistent. Do not use buzzwords or clickbait titles, please. We have enough. Please don't do that. If your work is good, the people will come. Others aren't on this. I actively at this point, because I used to didn't understand why people didn't click on clickbaity titles. I actively stay away from clickbaity titles because I feel like it's inauthentic. And I've watched enough YouTube and consumed enough content on the internet to where I'm tired of. Sometimes like I'm tired of inauthentic content. Yeah, I am definitely a night owl. 100%. I have a job interview in the morning, y'all. Wish me luck. It's not web dev related. I'll be working at elementary school just while I do my web dev journey. You know, I gotta have income coming in. I'm not gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna get off work, exercise, stream, go to sleep, get off work, exercise, stream, go to sleep. That's just how it's gonna have to be. Cause yeah, I hope so. If I don't get the job, you'll see me put all my depression energy and transform that into making way longer videos on YouTube. So I guess it's a win-win either way. Okay, so what was I doing? Yeah, so we are on the recipe details. We got prep, we got cook. Good morning, Jay. Man's going to be smoking the weed, making dank shit. I can't do that until I get a job. Unfortunately. Nothing wrong with that. Let your 9 to 5 invest in your 5 to 9, as they say. Yes, sir. What's up, Hype? Oh, it's Hyper Game Dev. What's good, girly? What's good? What's good? Hey. Hey, what's good? How are you? How are you today? See, y'all, this is what I'm talking about. Hyper Game Dev being consistent for years. I checked out her stuff. This girl, this woman, this human being is consistent. Finally caught you doing great. I'm glad you're doing great. I am glad you're doing great. I love that you are doing your game dev thing and you've been consistent. I love that shit. No, she has been doing hyper game dev. Let me go to her channel right quick. She streams almost every other day or every day, something like that. Her streams are long. She's the one who she's the reason why y'all get streams that are longer than 2 hours. Because I was like, I need to do better. So yes, she has been. It's been years. So 2 years ago, but I think her video is probably okay. You do lives. Okay, lives 4 times a week. My goodness. And they are long, long videos. She does game dev. She does Python. I think it's mostly Python. I'm not Python. Godot. Yeah. So
That's my problem. Look. Equals. Okay.
yes, she's an amazing developer. Follow her. Subscribe to her. Support us. Support us in our quest to be something more than we were yesterday. Okay. But yeah, I do have a job interview tomorrow. Oh yeah, somebody was asking me what I'm doing. For the people that don't know, I use Front End Mentor. I say this every stream. I'm start putting a server. One of my mods was right. I need to make a default like a little website that people can go to and this answers all of their questions. I doubt people will read it, but whatever. I use Front End Mentor. Front End Mentor gives you a Figma file. You go in and you start making it. Right? Okay. So right now what I'm doing is I'm creating a template. A HTML template element allows you to basically, it's like a template and you can put data in it and you just shoot it off to the document. And that's what I'm doing. So Diablo style, GD script and a little TypeScript. Come through TypeScript. I know there's a JavaScript library for oh yeah, there is a type. Yeah, so if there's a JavaScript thing for Godot, there's a TypeScript thing for Godot.
I've been, I started off in game development, but right now I know if I start doing dibbling in it, I'll stop doing this web development stuff. Oh, maybe I do the TypeScript separately. Hmm. That's that. That's be dabbling in web dev. Yeah. Okay. So what am I doing? First, what time is it? We got about another hour. Um, let's see. Should swap to web dev extreme edition. Nothing but WASM for 365 days. My goodness. Hyper game dev. What do you do regularly? Are you a game developer like full time, or what do you? Hmm. You never know. Take it easy. True. Come to the exciting world of CSS and slowly lose your mind. All right, let's see. We have ingredients. Game dev is my full-time hobby, I would say. So do you code professionally? Like, are you a secret web developer? Yeah. Let's see. Servings, prep time, cook time, view recipe. Hold on, what page am I on? The view recipe button. Why do we have a view recipe button? It's not even showing on the page. Something's not right. Get out of here. Stream overlay stuff, tools to help with the live stream be better. My game jam stuff. That's where the web dev comes in. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's not really a great one for a career. Hmm. But at least you're doing what you love to do. But it seems like it's more about your ability to build connections to lock in customers and future jobs. That's true. Can we go live, please? Thank you. Okay. Inspect. Okay, so if we go to recipe details, there's a freaking button. Okay, where am I? So this is the header. And this is where we need to be. And then there was a random button, but I guess the button isn't there anymore. Okay. So now I need to UL class ingredient list. Let's just create a let's just create a li. Let's call this a ingredient. Every ingredient item has. Okay, let's see. Stream overlay stuff. I've been thinking about doing a stream overlay, but I think people like my stream because it's kind of ratchet. I don't do much. It's just me, my bed, and sometimes the dog. And I don't do anything fancy with the thumbnails. Yeah, it's not, but it looks like that can be true. Yeah, for sure. I considered learning how to make money as part of the hobby, but if I don't get anything out of it, it was worthwhile. Rust claws clacking. Oop, oop. Robe and code. Yeah, I think that's why people watch this, and then they have somebody they can code with. I think they really like it when I don't talk, so they can just listen to the music or the rain, and then they hear the. Hold up, can y'all hear that? Or did I? Oh no, I fixed my mic to where all it picks up is my sound. Oh, not the music. I'm in the rain. It's just the rain. It is rain. Yep, it is rain. Hey, do you use Streamlabs, Hyper Game Dev? I like how at the bottom of your screen it has the messages pop up. It's real nice. It looks very like I like it's like it comes in and I don't know, it just looks nice. Oof. All right. So we got an ingredient item and then we want that in. There's certain things we want the ingredient item to have. We want it to have this arrow and then a p tag. So we want it to have a image. It's going to be hashtag ingredient. Oh no, we're just going to put an image. We don't need that. We just need. That's my design, JavaScript and WebSocket stuff, but I get the payloads from a tool called Social Stream Ninja. Okay, I don't know what a payload is, but you know, every day I'm learning something new, so let's get it. Payload Ninja. Hold up. A Social Stream Ninja, my bad. Social Stream Ninja. I don't know what WebSockets is. Bum 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 bum. Ain't that something? Payload meaning that Twitch and YouTube messages send from their APIs. Okay, cool. It's a bidirectional giggity connection you can make to exchange data. It's stateful. I don't know what stateful means. How much time did you spend in one day for learning? How much time do I spend in one day for learning? I don't look at that anymore. You just have to build a tolerance for studying and learning. The response of an API is the payload. Okay. The response of an API is a payload. So the response of an API can be called an API response or a payload. Okay. And okay. So customization. Okay. Templates. That's cool. That you host locally. Will I do all? Now the question is, do I want to do all of that? I like them for chat host. I don't even understand what that means. My overlay is basically a custom template. I don't even like the idea of hosting a custom template. I have no idea. Like I have no idea what that is, what that entails. Server API. Do you use AI? We have an AI command. Guys. Okay, so I think I'm gonna look at this later. This is on my list of things I need to look up and learn about because I want sexy images to roll at the bottom of the screen. Right there. Right there. All right. LI ingredient item, and then we have We have ID, ingredient, item, details, or info, or details. What's up, Fabs? Haha. The local hosting is just a Python script that lets me simulate a web address that can receive the payloads. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I want. Haha, the local hosting is just a Python script that lets me simulate a web address that can receive the payloads. Oh, so then once you receive the payload, it just goes on your screen and that's how everybody can see it, right? Oh, I'm making this so much more difficult than it needs to be. You just start a server and do a request on that API. What's up? What are you building in here? What? Oh my God, it's coding phase. Let me tell you something. It's coding phase. I have been watching you for years. Oh my God. Listen to me. My fellow brown man. I am building a y'all just don't understand. Y'all need to go to his channel. I have been watching this dude forever. So anyway, let me go back to what I'm building. So this is what I'm building. I am building, it's from Front End Mentor. It's a recipe website or whatever. So I'm just, it's from, I don't know if you're familiar with Front End Mentor, but it's from Front End Mentor. But yeah, I think I was watching your stream the other day. So y'all, he has a website where he helps people become devs. You updated the website. This looks way better than what it did look. This is nice as hell. Oh yeah, this is looking good. This is looking way better than what I can't remember what it looked like. You know when you look at something new, you just forget about what the old thing looked like. This looks really nice. But yeah, I saw that a lot of people I saw that you really at first, you know, when I think it was because I lost my IT job in July, and I think I was like, well, let me look up coding phase and see what's going on there, because I was like, why don't I just do email development? Crazy if coding Jesus shows up, I feel like he'll just like, I don't know. Remember when he talked shit about Steven? That was intense. But I was actually thinking about doing one of these courses, but I was like, I tried email development. I was like, I don't like email. I don't like that. I would rather do some full stack or something like that. So let me see. When did I first start? Yeah, I think I was looking at your stuff around August and September. That's around when I started. And I thought I was going to do HTML email development, but I was like, nah, this live stream lit. It was on my front page. Oh, really? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I've been coding. I've been coding every day for, man, I am so surprised you're in here. I would have never guessed. I've been coding for about 70. Yeah, this is day 71. So I've been doing it religiously for 71 days. Yeah, this is the coding lobby. This is where everybody comes and they just chill. We got our robes on and stuff. So yeah, if you don't know coding phase, I mean, CJ can't really say much because you're learning front end dedicated. Listen, yeah, do what makes you happy as long as you get a bag and take care of your family. Listen, I'm not strictly on the front end game. It's just the first step to learning something bigger, right? So I'm just learning the front end. I'm gonna learn the back end. But whatever gets the bag, that's my mentality too. Do what makes you happy as long as you get a bag and take care of your family. Exactly. So what we're making today is we're just doing this recipe finder website in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript right now. we have finished. I'll just show you what it looks like. Um, so if we go to so it looks like this, right? Blah, 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 blah. And then it's responsive. So we go to 768. We go to 375. Bam, bam, bam. Got that. Home. The hardest part of this project was definitely the recipes part, because I had to. This was like a big JavaScript milestone, because I had to learn how to do all this. So it looks up by ingredients, and then you come up in here and you can do max cook time and stuff like that. That was really hard. So now we're on the last page of the project, which is the recipe details. It feels good seeing someone building. I feel like everyone just vibe coding, not really trying to learn the skill. I don't know what they're gonna do when there's no Wi-Fi. Listen, okay, exactly. This people come up in here all the time and they're always like, "Oh man, you need to learn this framework, or you need to learn Tailwind, or you need to use AI." And oh my gosh, I know the vibe coding streams are so weird. Yeah, they are. Oh, by the way, Coding Phase, Hyper Game Dev, she streams too. She's an avid streamer. But yeah, a lot of people come up in here and they're always like, "Hey, why don't you vibe code and this and that and that and the other?" I'm like, y'all don't want to learn nothing? Y'all really don't want to learn shit? Y'all really are doing everything necessary to not learn, to not be. You don't want to have mastery over anything, or at least be competent in something. Coding Phase helped me think more like a businessman when it came to coding. Took his advice and made about $2,000 for it. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I can't remember. I know I've been watching Coding Phase for years though, because I think it was him and there was another guy with the last name Lopez that I used to watch a lot. Um, but I think I watched the live stream of yours recently when you were going through, was it Indeed or LinkedIn, and you were talking about what people need and what. But anyway, I don't know if you're on Discord. If you want to join the Discord, y'all want to join the Discord, join the Discord Coding Phase. You want to join the Discord? Let me see how much his courses cost. Let's see. He got a month-to-month, and he got a yearly, and he got a career pass. Let's look at the career pass. Email developer, tried that. I will never. I tried PHP. I like PHP. Web administrator, Shopify. I thought about this one for real, because I never even thought. I remember I considered this. Um, what other ones are there? So web administrator, PHP developer. Yeah, so he has all these courses right here. Yeah, modern PHP is cheap. I call it crackhead prices. So yeah, they got all this. There's email developer. Hold up. I could have sworn there was another path too. Full stack. I guess you focus on the ones that are definitely going to get people hired, like the ones that are tried and true. PHP is one of the easier languages to grasp. Yeah, I was doing some PHP, but I was like, if I do this, then it's going to take away from my JavaScript and React and everything I'm trying to learn right now. So, like, let me just focus on JavaScript, and then after that, I'll decide what I'm going to do. And it still contains a good amount of strictness. He made a video about learning the boring stuff like WordPress and Shopify, drag and drop stuff, because that is what companies are hiring for. That's big fact. Sucks, but it's true. It is, yeah. Yeah, boy. So this is Coding Phase, y'all. They got a job board. Oh, shit. Oh, this site has really updated. Courses. See, this one. this is something I'm gonna have to watch because I'm gonna have to start building portfolio projects. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's coding phase, y'all. That's one of the OGs. See, 9 years ago, one of the OGs. So y'all should definitely go look him up. I think one thing that you said, coding phase, that I don't know. I was watching a video within the last 2 months that you made, and I was like, it was something about um like when you went to work, you didn't hang out with the nerds because I think you understood that there were cultural differences, and yeah, you are you are a YouTube unk, and you survived this long. A lot of people drop off. A lot of people fall off, and you didn't. What do you think about headless CMS? Ask someone if they know how to implement JWT authentication without a framework and where the token is stored on the front end. Most people simply use things without knowing why. Java will get you hired. Java will get you hired, and will also what do they call it? Like there was a dude on there was another dude that used to post a lot. The tech lead, y'all remember him? He was a Google tech lead, I think, and then he lost his job. I don't know, but he called it the golden shackles or something. Like I would never want to. I mean, yeah, it pays the bills, but I don't know if I could do Java all day long. I mean, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had a developer job yet. I'm just speaking from me not liking. Uh, I don't really like Java like that. Java is not friendly. But let's see. So what was I doing? I was creating an HTML template. If y'all don't know HTML template tag, y'all should definitely get in line with it. It is great. And we need to do. You could also learn HTTP requests and start doing fetches in your JavaScript projects from specific APIs. Yeah, we already do that. You could also learn HTTP and start doing fetches. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean learned how to actually write the W algo of coding face are you live? Yeah, that's true. Just roll the JS you need. Most people don't need all the wildness. When you say yeah, we did some. I mean, we did a local. I mean, see right here in our recipes. Uh, we did something like that. We did a sing, and then we did this. So that's a little bit. That's a little bit of something, something. That's a little bit of fetching, little fetch, little fetch, little fetchy fetch. Uh, all right, let's see. Where were we? Oh yeah, we're on the recipe details. I gotta make this template. The less libraries I have to depend on, the better. Give me that vanilla, okay? You want me to, Quan? Quan, I hate that I have to do this to you, but you keep coming up in here and doing that. Actually, I don't. All right. Yeah, .NET and Java is corporate work. It's a whole different vibe. I like e-commerce and agencies, not really into big tech or super corporate companies. So I stick with Shopify, email dev, marketing, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, Jacob. Every day we got to ban or mute or time out somebody. It's the life of our stream. Um, yeah, .NET and Java is corporate. So would you say like learning JavaScript and React is more like corporate stuff, or do they have like smaller businesses that use it, like e-commerce and agencies, not really into big tech or super corporate companies? So I stick with Shopify, email dev, marketing. Hmm. Yeah, I heard that usually people stay at Google between 1.3 to 2 years or something like that, and then they leave. Working at Google or Facebook will suck, I think. Yeah. All right. Hello. Gave him VIP ticket to the block party. They serving chicken wings and of course, I block every day. So I have no remorse about it. I can't. I can't. Nah, we don't. They know. We don't. Every people who are regular here know that this is a light day. Usually there's multiple timeouts and blocks. Let's see. Okay. They know. We can't do it, man. We can't have it. Can't have it. Can't have it. So we got prep time, cook time. All right. I would say React is all over like startups to mid-size to corp. It's AI's favorite for a reason. Oh, it it's what was cool. I avoid it. I also avoid Node. Hold on. Is Node J so because that was what I was gonna learn Node JS. Is that not something? Are you do you feel like that's not take it easy? What you think about Node? Now Node JS is goated. You brave though going live and coding. I ain't get on YouTube till I had 5 to 6 years just cause imposter syndrome. Oh, you want to see me? You want to see me lose my shit on? You want to see me like get frustrated and stuff? Watch the stream from earlier today because sometimes I do 2 streams, and watch the stream on Saturday, this last Saturday. You'll see me get frustrated because when I don't know something, usually the chat is going like the chat will start saying something. I'm over here looking at the screen like confused as hell. Like yeah, like this part of this website was the hardest part. Like and on Saturday, I was getting so stuck on this filtering thing, and everybody was giving their 2 cents, and uh, I don't know, man. I I had to take a nap. But the way I feel about it is like I was just talking about this earlier. Like everybody has to take a shit, so I'm not about to be embarrassed about people seeing me fuck up on stream. Let's see. I'm from the time where we didn't want JS even client side due to its issues. So to see it move to the server, I find absolutely wild. Coding Phase said he needs a plumber and the robot's gonna take over. Code backseating can get out of control sometimes. I literally closed the chat. I will literally turn off the chat and then just like there was I think that was Saturday where I started ignoring the chat and then people were like, he's not paying attention to the chat. You damn right I'm not paying attention to the chat. You damn right. Chat lost their paid attention to privileges. Yes, exactly. That one day, because I was getting pissed. Let me see. My bad if y'all came over here expecting me to code. I'm getting sidetracked. Um, all right. They said, pick me, pick me. No, pick me. This needs to be 100% width. Node.js is dope. My only problem is that it's hard for beginners to get hired with it. In 2016, if you knew the basics of Node and Express, almost guaranteed job now, and days is different. In 2016, if you knew it's Hunger Games, I've seen people waiting on a job since 2023. So, what backend do you feel is most likely to get people a job? Is it PHP? Because I've seen some job listings where they want somebody that knows React and Laravel, but it's product of I don't want to hire a back end engineer and a front end, but the front end is cheaper, so let's also move them to back end. I ain't trying to be in the Hunger Games. I'm under WordPress and Shopify if I ever leave my current company. Golden Face, Def Hunger Games, even trying to land internships. So if not Node, then what? Um, if not Node, then what? if so, what Laravel is better to get hired with or PHP? All right. Why isn't this container right here? Recipe defills, recipe. It's really only taking up the width necessary, which I guess that's okay. But I think, oh, that's why that was having a problem. Um, that's why I should never. Okay. Ooh. Mm. Ooh. Interesting. No, this is the container. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Here we go. Okay. PHP.NET Java. The truth is that the industry is so crazy right now that your best chance is legacy languages or specific niches. For example, Shopify online stores are everywhere. Fair. Did you do this testimonial grid front end mentor challenge? Did you do the testimonial? Hold on. Testimonial grid front end mentor. Yeah, I did that already. That's on my GitHub. Go to my GitHub. Testimonial. It's right here. Um, okay, let's see. I think there's a big future in Rust. What fields that all entails, we'll see. I personally love full stack, but only on my projects. I wouldn't do full stack for any company. The expectation is out of this world for a new dev, and for experienced dev, mad responsibility. Mm. I think we are entering a year where a lot of 10.0 CVEs are going to hit due to current, I don't know what a 10.0 CVE is, are going to hit due to current culture, and the focus is going to swap from fast to proper. Nobody to fight with as a full stack. coding phase. So like you're saying, some companies would hire Shopify devs to manage their existing Shopify stores, right? Stack or something else. It looks hard, but I'm going to try. It's not hard. There's a grid. There's some CSS properties with grid that allow you to like show the positioning of the grid and how, like, say if the grid has 4 slots, you could say I want this item to take up 2 slots or 3 slots. That's what that project is about. So it won't be too hard. I don't use React or any of that. Lamp technically still take it easy and Next.js like me. Oh, okay. What about backend side? I roll my own front ends ish. Like I'll use Bootstrap for CSS, but then I just code what I need. My own PHP framework. Yes, at Roha. You can do both. E-commerce is huge. Shopify, Magneto, BigCommerce, WooCommerce. Okay. So we got the servings. We need the icons for each one of those. Do, 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 do. Yeah, currently I'm working on some headless. You can do both. Yeah, currently I'm working on some headless CMS of WooCommerce. Maybe each one of these. Yeah, I'll just do it like that. That's fine. What tech do you know so far? You talking to me or what? I just do HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's all I do right now. Martech is the next. What is Martech? Braze, Salesforce, HubSpot, ServiceNow, and a bunch of others. What is Martech? Every day I'm learning something new. Marketing technology refers to software platforms and tools marketers use to plan, execute, manage, and analyze their campaigns and overall strategies, automating tasks and personalizing customer interactions for better engagement and data-driven decisions. ServiceNow, they were in my feed the other day. Did they get owned or something? That was it. Oh, you asking me if I'm going to go full stack or front end? Whatever pays the bills. Whatever pays the bills. Whatever pays the bills. Whatever gets me hired. some of y'all know that one of the reasons I made this channel is because I saw how competitive the market was, and I was like, I need something to showcase my skills. But I didn't think I would be streaming. It was one of the viewers who told me I should start streaming. But here we are. Here we are. We have an ingredients list. And we need a function for that. We need a instruction list item. No, the instructions all have that right there too. The image is a, oh, let's see. It's a bullet. My interview is at 12:45. It's 11:47 right now p.m. here. It's at 12:45. But then I got to go to the VA in the morning. This is random, but do you think smartphones emit harmful radiation? I did my own research and find that they just use radio waves like Wi-Fi routers. Hold on. Martech is the next frontier. Service now. They were in my feed. Nice. Are you going to? Okay, true. So you was doing IT. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was doing IT. I was doing help desk. My mom still clings to the belief. Have you ever met people who cling to the false information like sheep who can't? Um, Man, this industry has so many branches. It's crazy. You can find a guy doing front end websites and a guy building UI for Samsung fridges. I never even considered building UI for Samsung fridges. But yeah. But yeah, I was IT. Lost my job in July. Was trying to figure out what I was gonna do. And I was like, damn, like what am I gonna do? So I started doing this. I seen a video talking about the relation when your phone is plugged in is super high, like so. Am I coding manually? Yes. If you mean I'm not using AI to code, then yes, I don't use AI. We have an AI command here. Bam. No, I do not use AI to code. You said, am I crazy? Oh, Lord. All right. So each ingredient is going to have, then we put ingredient item details. How was your day, Jacob? You doing good? Did you stream today, Jacob? Maybe you were on earlier. I didn't catch it. Just got done with the stream about 10 minutes ago. Okay. Back at work. Okay. Damn, you work late. What the hell? What is open at this time? Like grocery store stocking or something? Like fast food? Amazon? What was I doing? Instruction list. So the hospital. Oh, see, I was thinking about working at the hospital too. But man, I hate getting sick. I'm scared I might get sick, but I imagine you work up an immunity. I could be wrong though. That's how you become patient number one or number two. Oh, y'all should do exclamation point react. Do the command for react. I think we have one for tailwind too. I think we got a tailwind, and then we got one for frameworks. We don't have one for Rust. That's funny. So yeah. Um yeah, somebody came in here yesterday and they were like, you're using AI to do this. And I'm like, nah, I'm not. What's up, J Mac? Okay, need a UL builder function for y'all got me distracted. But it's okay. This is probably the most I've talked on stream. Um all right. So when you are coding your bot so we can make fireworks on your screen with fireworks, I was thinking about something like that. I just need to learn how to do it because I do want because I want while I code y'all to be able to do your own thing. Um, what are my thoughts on broccoli? I give broccoli. I think it's very healthy, but I don't like when people put it in the microwave. But there was a time where I used to work at a place where I didn't like my coworkers, so I would put broccoli in the microwave. The food, I like it cooked. Yeah. Yeah. So when you are coding your bot, so yeah. Bro, it was nice hanging out here. I'm going to do some research on stocks for tomorrow trades. All right. Have a good one. See you later. Have a good one. Y'all make sure y'all join the Discord. Yeah, I may stay on for like 6 more minutes because I done started yapping. So I gotta wake up early, so I got 6 more minutes on stream. So I guess I'll just don't go. I gotta wake up and I gotta go to Veterans Affairs at um okay, so this is what I'm gonna start doing. I don't know what time I started this stream, but maybe that's the time I should start doing this stream. And let me see. So if I started this stream 3 hours and 30 minutes ago, Started around 8:20. What if I start streaming every day at 8:30 p.m. CST? What y'all think about that? 8:30 p.m. CST. And then I stream, instead of having two streams a day, I just do that one stream. And maybe that stream can be like 6 hours or something. I don't know. Man, don't tell me that hyper game dev. You got me feeling all insecure when you be streaming for 10 hours. This girl will stream this girl will stream for 10 hours. That's it's okay, hold on. 10, 11, 11, 11, 10, 11, 6, 11. What? Not playing no games. Oh, let me tell you, it rained here today. I got nothing but sleep. Yeah, she does long ass streams. That is true. You okay, that's fair. You do start. Yeah, you're right because like setting a time would make it really hard. The goal of just studying every day and coding every day is one thing, but then to meet a deadline, yo Christian, what contraption is that? Okay, so it's this. And then you could put a phone right here and then it changes colors. So then it has different colors. Yeah. So that's that. And then on my right hand side, I have this a lamp. Adjust. All right. So yeah. Ooh, you made a Tamagotchi game? I'm into pets type stuff. I can't watch too much because I'll get copyrighted. Oh, it was a game jam. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were making a time. Honestly like I just saw you like making. I honestly I didn't know what was going on. I would see this and I was like, what is going on? You said these are all stream safe. Okay.
Hello there, hello, welcome,
I didn't know this was a Tamagotchi game.
today I'm gonna continue making Rogue in Godot, or
Rope.
a version of Rogue. It's not like the actual copy version of Rogue. Did you know Rogue is a game? Rogue is a game. It's not just a genre roguelike. It's also a specific game.
Oh.
Until
Ooh.
Game Jam. The Game Jam that is happening right now. There's 2 weeks left. There are jams that are 3 days. So maybe it's a jam you want to get involved in. Yes, okay, it's normally a month-long jam, but don't worry about competing with anybody. Don't worry about, whatever, okay?
Hold on. What
Just
did you
all
say?
you
If
gotta
you
do
don't mind, Abo
is
Hamed
an opportunity
underscore Dev. If you don't
to
mind,
learn
if I don't
how to
mind, what?
finish games. That's why I started this
I
jam,
have a
and
question.
we're
Yeah,
going to
ask
learn
your
to make
question.
games like other games. This time we're doing Rogue before the start number is 6.
How can I
The
keep up this
end number
passion?
is 19.
That's a good question for me, and I'm not volunteer telling you to or volunteering you hyper game. That's a good question for hyper game dev as well. How do you keep up this passion? I don't know. I don't think I have passion. I don't know if it's motivation. I don't think I have passion, but uh my goal, my and I'll say this before I end the stream. Um, my dream is to, because I've been homeless several times, as a lot of you guys know. I've been homeless. I've lived in cars. I've lived in crazy places. You know, I've been up, I've been down, all different types of stuff. At this point in my life, my goal is to have a safe space where I can exist. And if the people around me need help, they can exist there too. Because I think during my journey, all I ever wanted was a place to lay my head and be safe and feel safe. And so coding is something that I've always been interested in, and so it kind of is fueling me, that those two things, the enjoyment of coding, the the pursuit of having this home that is a home for other people. Those things coincide, but that goes into what we spoke about earlier in the stream when we were talking about, what pushes people and what doesn't. I've been pushed against that wall a lot of times. I've reached zero. So there's a different, I see reality differently. If you haven't been through the same things I have, your reason might be a little bit different. So you're gonna have to find out your why. And that's gonna take some time. Cause finding out your why is also, learning about yourself and all that jazz. So you're gonna have to take some time to learn about you. If you want to become a cybersecurity specialist, there is so much information online about that. That's what I thought I was gonna do. Okay, I was trying to get this. There's a website called TMC Sec. They have amazing courses. Okay, TCM Security, and try Hack Me and all of them. There's people on the internet that'll help you, but ultimately, I know what I want out of life because I know where I've been. So my experiences, both the good and the bad, kind of fuel where I want to go. So, and then I stream this, and also I've always wanted to do YouTube and stream. So then the coding in hand with the YouTube and the streaming, all of it just kind of ties in together. So for some reason, I don't think I could have did this in my 20s. That's another thing. I don't think I could have done this in my 20s because I don't think I was ready yet. Like I wouldn't had enough. I was just, yeah, I wouldn't have known how to deal with. I wouldn't have been consistent. I wouldn't have known how to deal with negativity. There's a lot of things. Anyway, you will figure it out. You will figure it out. You will figure it out. Yeah, you won't figure it out. As long as you don't give up, you won't figure that shit out. And remember, stress. You relieve stress through the hips. I really advocate for people. Sometimes when I take a break during stream, I go out into the backyard, I take a piss, and I twerk in the backyard. And then I touch grass. Sometimes you gotta twerk and touch grass. Take a shit. You know, just, just a little from me to you, really. All right. So, oh, and fix your bed. That's another thing. Have y'all noticed that every time I start this stream, my bed is fixed and the room is clean? Do it for Charles Barkley. Okay, that's another thing. Positive mental health. Fix your bed. Clean your room. Get your closet right. Clean your restroom and your toilet. Okay? Every time this stream starts, this bed is fixed and ready. All right. I am going to go lay down. I really appreciate all y'all coming to the stream today. I know we did a little bit more yapping than coding, but it is what it is. Peace. See you later, Nuffles. See you later. I don't know if Ben is here. See you later, Jacob. See you later, Hyper Game Dev. I'm glad that Coding Phase dropped in. See you later, all the regulars, all the people at JMag. Take it easy. Showing my titties. Nunya, Jay, all y'all. Make sure y'all join the Discord and stuff. I'm gonna do that one more time. Man, can you tell me the difference between margin and padding? I'll just do this before I leave. And how dare you ask me this while I'm about to leave? How dare you? I'll do this one thing. I'll explain the difference between margin and padding. All right. This is a box. This is a box. Right? This is the inside of the box. So, margin, let's say we got two boxes, right? And they both two divs and they both have content in them. Right? So margin is the space between. Okay? If I did margin whatever 10 pixels, now it has a 10 pixels away from everything else. Okay? 10 pixels. That's margin. Padding would be this. Let's say I did a padding of 2 rem. A padding of 2 rem. Okay, this outside is the padding. Everything inside is the content. Content, padding, border is the very edge, and then margin. Margin is the space between elements. Padding is the space inside of that element. So if you add padding, it pushes it away from the edge. Okay? All right. I hope that made sense. Go look up the box model. Bye. I love you. Have a great sleep. Love you. Hug you.